So I got to give you the analogy as a presenter. You sit down here all day and you go up and you see people, and maybe there's like a 50% fail rate on the presentations. And the analogy is that you walk up the steps and there's a guy there and he flips a coin. And if it's heads, it's great. You walk up on the stage and the presentation goes well. Unfortunately, if it's tails, he knees you in the groin and then you go up and do your presentation. And so I'm hoping I get heads. So Lertly, my name's John McKinley. I'm the CEO of Lertly. We're focused on giving seniors a safer, independent existence. And that's super important because 95% of seniors in the US don't live in any type of senior community. And that's both good and bad, because the goodness is if you can live independently, you're happier, you live longer. The badness is as your capabilities diminish, you become more and more at risk. So we've designed a senior-focused safety service that combines advanced ultra-low-powered sensors with a powerful cloud-based analytics and alerting engine. And that provides 24-hour-a-day oversight of a senior and provides, most importantly, affordable peace of mind to both the seniors and their adult children. We've got three major components. The first is an emergency wall button, a voice-enabled internet intercom, if you want to consider that, that allows the senior to speak to someone in the event of an emergency. That's complemented by a wearable pendant that does emergency notification, but it also acts as an activity monitor, and so consider it a Fitbit for seniors. And all of that's backed up by passive motion and contact sensors that we install in each residence. Key functionality we deliver: emergency notification by seniors, passive activity monitoring where we're looking for aberrations in behavior, and key event tracking, like is a senior regularly self-medicating themselves. The technology uses ultra low-powered battery-operated sensors. We use Wi-Fi to the edge to each sensor. All the sensors feed a highly customizable analytics and notification engine. And because of the mission-critical nature of things, the whole service is engineered with ultra-high reliability architecture. So this is how it all comes together. And the embedded video did not work. So what I'm going to do is, safety systems are really intuitive. So
I see that you have pressed your emergency button. At the beep, please tell me what the issue is.
And this is where we give you about 15 seconds to describe, if you're able, your issue. If not, we still know the metadata about it's Mrs. Smith, it's her emergency button in the bathroom.
Please stand by.
We then send this up to our service. It figures out
Mike.
the issue.
Put mic close.
I have passed your message on to
Talk to the mic.
Okay, talk to the microphone. So we then pass that on to the right people based on the specific issue and the senior involved. The market's huge. There are about 48 million seniors living in the US today. That's going to grow to over 70 million in 15 years. And as I mentioned before, 95% of those are in independent living situation. That's the addressable market we're focused on. To give you a sense of the financial scale, we spend over $250 billion a year annually, just in the US alone, on senior care. The competitive landscape is evolving from where it started in basic E911 emergency services into more complete active and passive monitoring. We've got great technology. We think it's the best technology in the market. It allows us to have better battery life, better radio performance, more advanced analytics. The goodness is, this market probably started 20 plus years ago. There is no dominant incumbent yet in the space, which represents a great opportunity. We've made great progress. We actually have self-funded ourselves. We invested $1.2 million of the profits of our last exit in the senior care space. We've developed 5 hardware products. We developed our cloud service. We've got paid beta going on with 700 residents, operating at over 80% gross margins. We've got 5 patents filed to date, and importantly, we validated our revenue model. We've got a great team. 3 of us were involved in our prior exit where we sold Our Parents, which was a vertical search engine for senior care, to RealPage. people are, Amit was the number 2 guy at Purdue. I've been involved with exits to Microsoft, Yahoo, and Symantec and others. And we've got great computer engineering and software skills. Just some snapshot of the top line thing. We're looking at about 260% annualized growth over a 4-year period. Our model is primarily an indirect sales model with natural partners in senior care and telecom. We're actually engaged with several strategic dialogues with firms that represent over 30 million households in the United States. We're happy that our beta customers love us, and one of the great validations for us is they're using Lertly and the value proposition of Lertly as one of their key pillars in their own marketing of their services. And that's Lertly. I'm now going to open it up for any questions people might have.
Please
quickly,
ask
what's
questions.
the-
Yes. Yeah, so let's thank you, Lertly. Thank you, Lertly.
Questions?
Okay, no.
What's
Now
the-
it's time for questions.
What's the average deal size and your margin on those deals? For example,
The
one
average deal size so far, and we've kept it constrained because we were in the hardware development phase of this thing, has been approximately 250 units per deal. So we've been doing more B2B sales initially to give us a paid beta customer base that we could use to evolve the service.
What was that deal size?
The pricing is $56 a month per apartment.
Got it. So how many deals of that size would you need to get to your 5.1 million in 2016?
We're actually, the people we're talking to now in terms of our distribution channels probably represent a 15 times multiple over the amount that we need to achieve what we're looking for in terms of our sales forecast. So I'm happy to take you through that if you're interested afterwards.
One concern would be that we have something like that in our pockets all the time, right? I could
Yes.
theoretically have this measure my falls, right?
Yes.
I could certainly talk to this or call someone if I was in trouble, and I could also use this to figure out where I am, etc. Well, I wonder why you didn't just use this smartphone technology to create an app of some sort that would do a lot of
We
it.
support actually use of smartphones to initiate an emergency call. It fits into our system. The key for us is what happens to a phone when you come into your house as a senior. Oftentimes they set it down in the kitchen or wherever they're recharging and it stays there, and it's not their bedside or by their bathroom or by the common area where they spend time. So having fixed location devices that are convenient is a good complement that as well. The other part is battery charging. We target 3 to 4 months on a charge, uses inductance charging. It's a very senior-friendly solution because we have people in our current customer base who are over 95 years old. So you need to have the ergonomics associated with the device be appropriate as well.
Bill?
So John? Yeah, so you made a very good point, which is that for some reason, nobody has actually cracked this space yet. So I want to twist that around and ask you, why the heck not? Because we've listened to this pitch for, 20 years now. There was this thing that called the internet came out, and
Yeah.
people said, hey, we can watch our old people.
A lot of people use repurposed home automation stuff, Zigbee and Z-Wave stuff. It involves very short-range radios, hubs that have to be installed and located, and no easy way to deal with coverage issues when you run into them in an apartment or house. It's made provisioning truck roll intensive, and that has been a scaling issue of this business.
So you're saying we're now at this tipping point where
Yes.
now the technology is such.
There are two things that are enables technology-wise, ultra-low powered Wi-Fi and BLE and Bluetooth mesh. Those are the two things that are changing the provisioning complexity and battery life issues associated with the early entrants.
Okay, and Ben, you're not concerned that the flip side is going to happen, which is that, so the flip side is going to happen, and we're going to have a very simple wearable that's going to do all of this, right, pretty soon. Mm-hmm. And that's, makes all that infrastructure you built out obsolete. All these sensors you're putting all over the place. Are you planning on that? Are you going to cannibalize yourself
Yeah,
Or
we are
how you
actually,
gonna-
we've abstracted things from an API perspective to be able to integrate, and we've been testing different smartwatch things. The challenge is right now is when you have, 1 to 3 day battery life on these things and a mixed bag of recharging experiences, it's not where we want to be. We're not banking on proprietary hardware. We're banking on a great value-added service that can integrate best-in-class hardware.
Okay, I think that's what you should emphasize, right? We're not, because you emphasize too much hardware, I think,
Yeah.
and not enough, intelligence.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. More questions?
Isn't there also marketing problems for today's World War II generation that are the frail elderly? It's their families that are going to want this, not that person. They don't buy this, they don't want to be watched. Where the boomers would be more interested in wearing their wearable when they get to that age. So who are you targeting as a customer?
We have to sell to both of them. And so the value for the senior themselves is continued independence without high intrusion oversight.
Yeah.
That is what the value proposition to the seniors. To the family members, the adult children, it's that peace of mind that says, we're going to use exception-oriented, action-focused messaging to you. It's not just say, here's a dashboard, sure hope you look at it 24 hours a day. No, it's all around push alerting, using computers what they're great for, which is uniform enforcement of business rules 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I'd just like to see a little more in the market, having been in this field. Because the challenge, we've all bought Life Alert for mom and dad, and it's hanging on the doorknob, right?
Exactly.
So that's, I think, one of the marketing challenges to be addressed. It's coming. So just how you get past that.
Yes.
Last question, please.
Maybe a short question. Have you considered other verticals for these low-powered Wi-Fi installations?
Can you ask that one more time so I may?
Did you consider other sectors and verticals for this
Yes.
low-powered
We've had
Wi-Fi?
inbound traffic in the school system area who are, with all the issues going on in schools, we don't want to distract ourselves. The death of a startup is the lack of focus, but it's been fascinating to us that without, raising the flag here, we've had school systems say, we can put these emergency buttons in our systems, leverage the Wi-Fi we have here. I want to have panic buttons for my staff. This could work for us.
Okay, thank you, Lee.
Thank you very much.